What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all well and good. As always, please like the video, subscribe to the channel for all of your NBA talk. And it's another day in Lakerland, a tumultuous season at best. Yesterday I saw on Twitter this pain compilation, as I'd like to call it, of all of the botched plays and mishaps in close games throughout the season, which has led this team to currently be 11th in the Western Conference at 35-37. It was an interesting watch. I'll probably put it on the screen for you guys to see as well, but a mixture of bad personnel, defensive lapses, missed free throws, buzzer beaters, bad luck with ridiculous non-foul calls. Everything, the whole gamut has been there for the Lakers this season, and we've just been terrible at closing out games, and that's why we're sitting outside of the play-in, looking in. Outside of the play-in, there's only 5 teams in the Western Conference that are not going to make the playoffs, and the Lakers with LeBron James and Anthony Davis are currently one of them right now. It's awful, and what makes it even worse is I'm seeing a lot of Lakers fans, especially last night, talking about how, the Clippers are throwing this game against the OKC Thunder so that they can keep the Lakers out of the play-in. It's like, since when have we been focused on other teams? Like, I don't give a shit what the Clippers are doing. We're 11th right now. And we're mad that the Clippers are keeping us out of the 10 seed. That goes to show you the state of where our standards are at the moment, which is clearly in the mud. So things are not looking good. But I don't want this whole video to be like, me being overly negative or a hater or all of that stuff, right? I want to put a positive spin on the Lakers this season. And there has been one exceptional bright light for this team, and that is the play of Austin Reaves. Now, he's made a lot of headlines this week because that last game against the Orlando Magic, it was another one of those close games, another one of those games where the Lakers could have easily lost, because we've seen that time and time again. This team is terrible at closing games. But there was one player that really rose to the occasion and became the closer that this team needed, and that was Austin Reaves. Not Anthony Davis, not D'Angelo Russell, but Austin Reaves, our undrafted second-year player that's on like $1.7 million right now for his contract. And he's been amazing this season. I have been very pleasantly surprised by his progress and the way he's stepped up his game this season in his sophomore campaign. We know that he's a 3-level scorer. We know that, from three-point range, he's very efficient. He has a nasty mid-range game. And he can actually finish at the rim as well. And the reason being is that this guy is such a skilled player. He's got handle. He's got a little wiggle in his game as well. And he can facilitate. He's one of the better pick-and-roll partners for Anthony Davis on the team right now. And in that game against the Magic, he looked like every bit of a player that can close out a game for you. And the thing that really impressed me in that Magic game was that Austin Reaves went to the free throw line 18 times. He was 16 for 18 from the free throw line, which is like an elite level at getting to the line for a guy who's very young in this league. Yes, he's not like young for a second-year player. He's going to be 25 soon. But a very promising future for Austin Reaves, and a lot of people now are talking about his contractual situation that's going to come up this summer as he becomes a restricted free agent. Before we get to that, I want to share an amazing stat for Austin Reaves, and this is going to be the key stat of this video. Where do you think Austin Reaves ranks in the NBA this season in true shooting percentage? He's actually 6th. Okay, if you take a look at the true shooting percentage leaders, now if you guys don't know what that is, that's just an aggregate of shooting efficiency, taking into account 2-point field goals, 3-point field goals, and free throws as well. It basically tells you, you know, uh, how many points are you accumulating every time you shoot the basketball in any fashion, right? At the top of the list is, of course, Nikola Jokic, because this guy is just a freak of nature. Like, anytime he throws the ball near the basket, it's going to go in. And then after that, you have, three big men, right? Traditionally, the true shooting percentage favors bigs because most of their shots are, within 5 feet of the rim, right? You have guys like Nick Claxton, Mason Plumlee, Rudy Gobert. They're always going to be in and thereabouts the top of the list when it comes to true shooting percentage. And then after that is Kevin Durant, another freak, right? This guy has been uber efficient throughout his entire NBA career, so it's no surprise that he's like fifth in true shooting percentage. But after Kevin Durant is Austin Reaves at sixth. His true shooting percentage is 67.3%, which is amazing. He's only worse than three big men and two freaks of nature in Jokic and Kevin Durant. He has a better true shooting percentage than Steph Curry, than Joel Embiid, than Luka Doncic, than Kyrie Irving, than LeBron James, than Damian Lillard. I mean, this guy is so efficient this year. It's going under the radar. It's been going under the radar for the majority of the season, but after that performance against the Magic, I think he's really coming into the forefront. And of course, he's a Laker player, so he's going to make a lot more headlines than the average NBA player. So 67.3% true shooting percentage is just absurd for a guy like Austin Reaves, and that leads to his contractual situation this summer. Now, he is a restricted free agent. He is one of those Arenas rule free agents. So there is a cap to how much he can make. Fortunately for the Lakers, he can also be poison pilled, right? I don't want to explain all of that stuff. Arenas rule, poison pill, provision. You can look that up if you want to. But needless to say, the max that Austin Reaves can expect to make next season is going to be in that $11 to $12 million range, which is a steal in my opinion, because this guy has the skill set to complement LeBron, AD. I think you plug him into any team and he'll do really well. He's kind of what you want in a modern day wing player, right? Dribble, shoot at three levels, can do a job defensively. I'm not saying he's a lockdown one-on-one defender, but he's not gonna get cooked on the defensive end by most players, right? It saved the Kawhi Leonard, the Jason Tatums, the Kyrie Irvings, right? These guys cook everybody, right? But he will do a job defensively, right? He gets into passing lanes, he draws offensive fouls, so he's decent defensively. So yeah, he's everything you want in a modern day wing. So I think he's more than worth the $11-12 million that he can earn from the Lakers this upcoming season. The question is, if that poison pill provision comes into play, where in year 3 and year 4 he's making something like in excess of $20 million, what is his worth then? Is his value worth the money at that point? And by then he'll be 28, 29. That'll be his prime years. And by the way he's progressing as an NBA player, I still think that that's more than worth it. And you have to really look at this, if you're the Lakers, as him being a player that can be a key figure for the franchise moving forward. Now, I'm not expecting him to be an all-star in the future. I think that's way too early to project, and a little bit too much pressure, unnecessary pressure on Austin Reaves right now, right? But I think we can safely say that this guy has a very good chance of being starter worthy for a title contender, which for a guy that's undrafted, for a guy that, no one really thought of going into the league, I think that's amazing and a tremendous story. Let's say he ends up being, one of your backcourt players for a title challenger, which I think he can be. I think that's amazing. Right now he's coming off the bench, and Darvin Ham is decided to you know, deploy him as a spark off the bench, which, whether you agree with that or not, is fine. I think the important thing, though, is that Darvin Ham is realizing you need Austin Reaves on the court to close out games. Now, going back to that pain compilation, right? You see a lot of Pat Bev in the clips. You see a lot of Russell Westbrook in the clips. You don't see a lot of Austin Reaves in the clips. Obviously, you don't see D'Angelo Russell either because he got traded to the team in February. But I think moving forward for these last, how many games are left? For these last 10 games, D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reaves absolutely must be on the court to close out games, especially when they're close, because the lack of execution, the mental mistakes, these things were all due to, I think, the wrong personnel being there. And I think if you have Austin Reaves and D'Angelo Russell as your backcourt, and throw in Dennis Schroeder because he's going to be there. Darvin Ham loves Dennis Schroeder. So those three players, I think, are going to be prominent for the Lakers in close games down the stretch moving forward. It's going to be Reaves, Russell, Schroeder, Anthony Davis, and either Troy Brown or Rui Hachimura. If it's that combination of a lineup, I hope and pray that we can cut out these mental mistakes down the stretch. Give the ball to D'Angelo Russell or Austin Reaves, whichever one is feeling it more in that game. And I think there could be a chance that we won't be adding to this pain compilation that's been doing the rounds on Twitter the last 24 hours. So I think, yeah, Austin Reaves, one of the bright spots for the Lakers this season, and absolutely they need to re-sign him in the summer, no matter what. Match any offer, just about any offer. If someone throws $100 million contract at Austin Reaves, then I don't really know what you do there. But if it's anywhere from like $60 to $80 million, I think the Lakers need to match that, because these types of players, especially for the Lakers, have been hard to find in recent years. Guys that can shoot, guys that can, handle the rock and facilitate and close out games. I think it's been a rare sight to see a Laker player other than LeBron James be able to do that in recent years. So Lakers need to hold on to this guy, and I think he will play a very prominent role in the future of this franchise for the next 4 years. So that's all I got to say in this video. Bright spot for the Lakers. We got 10 games left. Let's see if they can squeeze into the play-in. Even then, I mean, I'm not really expecting too much out of this team this season, especially given the injury situation to LeBron. So that's all I got in this video. Let me know your thoughts on Austin Reaves and his upcoming free agency. That's it. Thank you for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel for all of your NBA talk. Take care, and I will see you soon.